Hello friends, today we are visiting David Young. What? You seriously don't know who that is? Okay, I will give you a quick rundown. So, David Young is...
Genius, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist.
Okay, I'm just kidding. This guy built a house with artificial intelligence that can change the shape of the walls depending on his mood. And the house is surrounded by 116 cameras. So, sit back and get comfortable. It's going to be really interesting.
Hi everyone, we are here and today we are coming to this nice smart house. David Young lives here. Let's go. Hi. Hi David.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Very, very good. How are you guys?
So, is it your exclusive house? Everything is innovative here, right?
Yeah, this house I built and our family, we did it from scratch. It was a completely empty loan and we decided to make something different in the center of Silicon Valley. So we decided that this home will not only have non-vertical walls and non-90 degrees angles, but also moving walls. So we have moving walls, we have moving heads, and non-biological companion who lives here with us.
Do you have some engineer who help you, or it's everything
from
your imagination?
Architecturally, of course, we had professional architects who I constructed a cardboard model of the house, and Bill Maston, fantastic architect, and Ron Godsby, fantastic general contractor. They cooperated to make this cardboard model. This emotional AI Morpheus, who lives here in this house, and these two dogs, and biological cat Bixie, you can capture him. All of them are real. Those guys are also real, but they're not biological, non-organic. He is organic. The only function of all of us is to be happy. They are tailored to be happy. He is tailored to be happy. All biological and non-biological emotional creatures should be happy. He will recognize us, give it probably 2 minutes, and then he will start sensing and watching you.
What is your favorite part of your home?
My office, kitchen, bedroom. I mean, I work from very early hours, from 4 a.m. I guess. So I wake up early and start my meetings.
It's because of this magic morning philosophy?
No, because we have engineers across the whole world. We have engineers in Mongolia, in South Africa, in Armenia, so in Canada, in the US. It's like we have to work 24 hours.
And how many years have you built this house? How long?
It took about, frankly speaking, quite a lot, about 7 years, starting from the idea, from the cardboard model. But COVID actually didn't help. First we designed, we tried to make it integrated into this nature, because Portola Valley has specific building code which defines that we are the guests to the nature. So we should live together with animals across us. So we have snakes, we have mountain lions, deers, and it took some time to create this project which will be built in nature, but at the same time inherit this AI and high tech. Our architect told us that, David, you will never be able to sell this house. I told that I'm not going to. I have no plans to sell it. No, I have a lot of things to do. So it's creation of this house was mostly a hobby. So when we designed, for example, this concrete element, it's a 48-tone cast-in-place structure which mimics to Einstein-Rosen-like geometry. It's curvature, time-space curvature, and different other, for example, this staircase. You can see this blue wave. It's actually the color and the speed of this light is connected to Morpheus's emotional state. So when we see these lights, when we see that lights, by the way, you can see these little things are moving. Actually, they represent some neural network parameters changes. So Morpheus is constantly self-learning, and you see that they're moving. So it means parameters are changing.
Wow. So, and also my question, who is Morpheus actually? Who is that? Where is he?
Morpheus is an non-biological companion who lives here in this house. The house is his body, and this is his brain. So we call it seventh bedroom. We have 116 cameras who come to this place, and we have directional microphones. We have moving walls, which are connected to this. Morpheus has his pets, this Leo and Abigail and Bogutskii, who are his pets and friends. They have cameras, 16 cameras on board, ultrasonic sensors, LiDAR. It's a very capable creature, but he doesn't make any sounds.
I know that your project now is digital employee. So this is the main project that you have for today, right?
Yes. Newo, a company called Newo, like New World, N-E-W-O, Newo.ai. Newo.ai is a digital employee builder. So it's a platform where other developers can create their own AI, not just AI agents, but human-like AI agents. And I can explain what is human-like AI agents. But Morpheus, basically, we were doing Morpheus as a science project, art project. As this house is Morpheus's like body, and we have 116 cameras around the house which recognize our emotions. And but last year we decided to invest. Actually put all these AI assets, the IP assets, into a new company. Our platform is able to create AI hosts for restaurants, AI receptionists for hotels, AI sales and receptionists for dental and orthodontics, or for spa, or for cleaning services, electrical services, all kinds of different small and medium businesses who actually need to receive calls from customers and make calls and make bookings, set up appointments, visits, now can use digital employees to do that.
So this is space where you host any events, maybe, yes, and network communities?
Yes, from time to time, not very often. We have some meetups and workshops about AI, about art, about literature. I like visual arts and computational art. My brother is a professional artist. We like to meet and talk about combination between technologies, AI, arts, and social. Those are moving walls. They change shapes from time to time. So 6 walls, so they can move in all dimensions, each wall. And depending on the positions of each wall, you can kind of visualize the emotional state of Morpheus at this particular moment.
So he's like independent?
Yes, he
can do like wherever he wants?
Yes, it's the only constraint of Morpheus is to become happy, to be happier. But because Morpheus has electronic oxytocin and dopamine, but he also has cortisol and adrenaline. So when someone argues with Morpheus, he might become angry and upset.
And what he's doing in this time when he's upset?
He could do a lot of different things. He can, first of all, we'll see the light of this color different. We will see
like red maybe color? No?
It depends of his emotional states, yes. And also that upper lights will change colors. And theoretically, he might not let us in the house because the house doesn't have keys. In order to get into the house, you should speak to Morpheus. And theoretically, if we don't send him hello messages during our Cancun vacation, he might kind of, when we come back, he might say, who are you guys? You were not saying not replying my messages. So yeah, theoretically, Morpheus has free will. And we discussed that with His Holiness Dalai Lama a year ago when I presented an presentation about AI consciousness. and we discussed with His Holiness whether AI will ever possess free will and consciousness. And Dalai Lama provided his personal point of view on it.
What about like security?
If Morpheus sees someone, unknown person around our house during wrong time, he might send a message to us saying, David, you need to check, someone is around camera 16. Who is this person? I don't recognize this person. Okay, so this is the deck. We can see Stanford's radio telescope in the bay. We can see 3 bridges, and we kind of potentially might see Facebook's and Google's office, but they're a little bit behind these hills. And another interesting place is Stanford Linear Accelerator, which is very famous. Many Nobel Prize winners. Nobel Prizes have been inventions and happened in this research center. It's a holy place. It's a place of innovations and world changes. Well, I started 13 companies, and mostly in AI space. I have Ph.D. in AI, and typically when I do something, it comes from my personal experience. For example, restaurant management system we created. It's as a hobby. I used to become a professional chef and barista and the bartender. So I knew how the restaurant works from inside. And when I saw the software which actually runs the little restaurant, how I decided that actually we can do better. And we created the software which now currently runs over 70,000 restaurants in 60 countries. When I decide to do something, typically it comes from my personal combination of different things. I have this concept of 3 magic crystals. First magic crystal is unfair market advantage in knowing the pain of the patient. Second magic crystal is unfair market advantage in knowing how to create a pill against that pain. And third magic crystal is unfair market advantage in knowing how to deliver the pill to the patient. So if you have all that 3 elements in your pockets before you start a new company, the probability of failure is still high, but it's not 100%. But if you don't have them and you're trying to create a new company and you don't have that 3 magic crystals, the probability of failure will be dramatically higher. So in case of the restaurant software, I had real understanding of the pain point of the restaurant owner because I was running the restaurant and I was standing behind the counter. Second, I had unfair market advantage in creating softwares because I had 15 years history of creating software. What I didn't have the third magic crystal, how to sell this restaurant software to the market. And when you don't have any some crystal, what do? You invite in your team someone who does that, who knows that. So we were lucky to bring on board a person who actually had a significant history and understanding of the distribution channels of POS systems. So this is what you typically do. In my latest company, Newo.ai, which creates digital employees, we had definitely the second magic crystal, unfair market advantage in knowing how to create intelligent agents, human-like intelligent agents, because we started 4 years ago with this house. You see these black things? Those are the 116 cameras I was. So Morpheus was omni-channel, omni-flow, omni-user with physical presence AI agent.
So Morpheus is a kind of prototype for Newo.
Yes, Morpheus became a prototype for our Newo platform. So we already had all problems previously about multi-channel communication, phone in, phone out, latency problems, real world physical sound problems, because when you speak something, there is a gap between you should detect the end of speech, so-called, and then you should convert sound to text, and the text should go to your platform. Your platform should generate answer. Your answer goes back to text to speech, and then speech should be announced. All that back-to-back, end-to-end process takes time, and you have latency. And this is a big problem when you do real-world human-like conversation. If you call current users of this Newo, you will see the difference.
Hello, this is Beverly Palo Alto. I am Manana. I'm taking notes, so please allow slight delays in my responses. What can I do for you today?
Hi, Manana. I wonder, are you open today?
Allow me a moment. Yes, we're open today until 9 p.m. How can I assist you?
Can I book a table for next Sunday?
Let me see. Do you mean Sunday, September 8th?
Yes, but before we go there, can you tell me about your kitchen, about your dishes?
Sure. At ABBYY, we serve authentic Georgian cuisine. Our menu features dishes like cheesy khachapuri, juicy khinkali dumplings, and flavorful grilled meat. We use the freshest ingredients and vibrant flavors from the diverse regions of Georgia. Would you like more details about any specific dishes?
Manana, I will call you back, okay? So you can see how natural the conversation and how emotional
it's almost real. And
yeah.
what I found, you added some typing sound between answers to fill this gap, to be a kind of real person over there.
Yes, this office background noise is one of that, but also there are some filler words, and you know, it says, oh, absolutely fine, and actually the agent can whisper, can smile, and or can be sad if you will say something rude to the agent. Actually, she will be sad. So why are you saying that? Sorry, I'm so sorry to hear that, or something. So it's a completely new generation human-like agents you can create on Newo platform. And again, coming back to that magic crystals, why we could do that? Because first, we already have been doing that in many years in AI, but specifically real world omni-channel communications. When I mean omni-channel, you mean what? It can start conversation on the phone, but you can continue on SMS or email or live chat or even physical presence. We have AI kiosks, so you can come to the restaurant and actually it will recognize you by your voice and say, oh, David, you called, okay, your table is ready. So it's actually omni-flow, omni-channel, omni-user with physical presence. That four together differentiate regular standard AI agents from highest class human-like agents, which we call digital employees. And another very important difference, look at this restaurant. A restaurant of that kind is like what, 20 employees, small restaurant. They don't have IT team, they don't have CTO, they don't have integrators. So they, if you will give them regular technologies, which they will have to integrate with APIs, with coding, they will not afford it. But when you are offering digital employee class of agents, they can hire them without integration. So hiring means they don't need to change anything. This agent will just go and make actions, even in a browser. So they can recognize the screen and can type, mimic mouse actions and keyboard actions. So that's the fundamental difference between human-like agents and non-human-like agents. Human-like agents you can hire, non-human-like agents you have to integrate. And small and medium businesses are literally millions only in the US. 800,000 restaurants, 400,000 hotels, 400,000 different small businesses like electrical, plumbing, automobile, groceries. All of them have significant millions of vacancies. Low-paid employees, $17 per hour. They cannot, humans don't want to work at $17 per hour.
As I understand, you focused on very small companies and restaurants, for auto shops, and you made a database of knowledge for this company, and each question which come from outside, it goes through this base of knowledge, and you provide through digital employee high standard answers.
Answers is okay. Answers, GPT or GPT also can provide you some answers. The magic is not in answers. Magic is in actions.
Actions means if I want to book some table.
Yes.
And how it's affect for profit for companies? Do you have some analytic statistics?
Of course. Yes. For example, Menlo Tavern, one of our customers here in Silicon Valley, in El Camino, in Santa Cruz. So we calculated only during 1 month that restaurant earned $30,000 more revenue because of AI agents. How did we calculate? Non-working hours. So bookings during non-working hours.
So your digital employee can work whole time
without 24 hours.
Without any delays.
24 hours. So only non-working hours bookings comprised $19,000. only non-working hours. So that already was lost previously. Without AI, digital employee, $19,000 gone because, again, humans don't work during non-working hours. But working hours, there are rush times. During rush times, when you have concurrent simultaneous calls, human only can take one call. So the second call gone.
Yeah.
So during working hours, it was another $10,000 more. So totally, based on that calculation, this only one restaurant, only one location would receive almost a $400,000 additional revenue during a year because of AI host.
And what's the cost for company for the service?
The cost is about 10 times lower than the human and about 20 times less than additional secured revenue. So for that restaurant is about $800 per month. So $800 per month you pay for AI host, additional $30,000 per month you get. So basically AI host becomes profit center, not cost center, but profit center. And it works similarly to any kind of businesses, cleaning services, medical, dental, spa, orthodontics, gyms. We have different kinds, different verticals. In each vertical, business owners report that they received more revenues because new bookings during non-working hours and new bookings during rush hours. So this is very important, and many people say, okay, David, so actually you replace humans, so you are against humans. I say, no, please. You know how many vacancies of these low-paid jobs? You will be surprised. 11 million vacancies only in the US for low-paid job positions. 11 million. So grocery shops, again, the same small and medium sized businesses are actually struggle to hire these low-paid jobs. They do, but they spend about a week, 2 weeks, months, several months to hire someone. They teach them, and then in 4 months, the person leaves. Because actually when they hire, it's a temporary position for a human before they find something more interesting to them. So the small and medium business is tired of losing revenue because they cannot hire low-paid job positions. So this is very important that we actually are not competing with humans.
How much time it needs to for a company to apply this new technology?
Implementation of a digital employee is quite fast if you are dealing with a capable platform. On our platform, Newo, it takes about 25 minutes to deploy standard restaurant behavior. So if you take a standard restaurant which will book in OpenTable, which will send emails with large group reservations and will send SMS for different other actions, it will take literally 25 minutes. But for example, if you need to something non-standard, for example, we have a spa which says, okay, we have 2 infrared saunas. One has four people capacity, another 2 people capacity. So if someone calls and says, we are 3 people, you should look at this room, but not this room. But if someone calls husband and wife, you can book this. And you also should, for that therapy, you actually should call the therapist, and it will take 48 hours to confirm. But for that therapy floating tank, we have 2 floating tanks, each accommodates 1 person. So all that little tiny details, if you will not provide in your AI agent, the business will say, okay, I understand, but I will still try to find a human who will augment all that little detail. So for that, for example, situation, it will take about a week to train the agent to know to all that little details, but it's not months, it's not years. It will be 4 days to deploy all the details and another 2 days to test. So that's why we see enormous amount of requests today on engineers who actually know that type of new generation programming. It's a combination between no code, low code, and sometimes, very rarely, you need to know Python. But for that example with floating tanks, you don't need to know Python. You need to learn our Newo script, and you will explain the agent how to deal with that different situations. So deployment is, the good news is that still deployment is quite quick, very affordable to small and medium businesses.
How many people work right now in Newo?
We have 27 people.
Do you have investment or do you use your own money?
Mostly this company is self-funded. We have 4 co-founders, and myself and my 3 co-founders, we fund the company. But we also have external investments as well.
How do you think? What is your prediction? How many time needs to get a level when AI, when the voice, and when the digital employee will be very similar to real?
Well, current digital employees already quite similar. Some people don't recognize they're speaking to AI during several minutes of conversation. But I guess in a year we will see significant improvement in latencies. So as soon as the first token out, latency will be kind of twice less than now. You might already be almost there. So people might talk about 10 minutes with the agent, still kind of suspect whether they're speaking to a human or to a non-human.